If you ask anyone who mics up guitar cabs to name the top industry standard mics, the MD421 from Sennheiser is going to come up in conversation pretty quickly. And now Sennheiser have this, the MD421 Kompakt. The Kompakt version shares the same key features as its bigger brother. Both mics can capture from 30 Hz all the way up to 17 kHz. They can both handle high sound pressure levels, and they both feature a cardioid polar pattern. The key difference is that the MD421 has a bass roll-off, whereas this is permanently set to what this is the M position. So the Kompakt version is smaller, lighter, and cheaper than the big brother classic. But the question is, does this sound any good? And do they sound the same? And in this video, that's what we're going to find out. Next to me is my tower of power. It's my Fender Deluxe Reverb head, which is my trusty amp that I use in almost every video. Then below that is a Palmer cab with a Celestion V30 in it, 12-inch. Another 12-inch underneath that, which is a greenback, and underneath that is a creamback. Now, both of these mics look like condenser mics, but they're not. They are dynamic microphones, and they're also end address mics, meaning that you shouldn't put the sound source here or like sing into there. You should put it into the end like that. So that's how we're going to have it on the cab. For the sound samples, I'm going to mount the mic on this camera slider and then set this to 3 different positions. One on the edge of the speaker cone, one in between the edge of the cone and the dust cap, and one right where the dust cap meets the cone. For these sound samples, I've recorded clean guitar, overdriven guitar, and high gain guitar through DI into my audio interface, and I'm going to reamp that through the Fender Deluxe Reverb, miking everything with the 421 and the 421 Kompakt. So, up first, the clean samples. I had to put a little extender arm on that 421 Kompakt to make it almost as long as the 421. And although I tried really hard, I didn't get them in exactly the same position, and there is some discrepancy in the sound. They both sound beefy, they both sound MD421, but they don't sound exactly the same. Let's hear if it's the same on overdrive. Position 2 is definitely my favorite sound, and that's usually where I start when miking a cab that I don't know or I don't know the microphone. In between the dust cap and the edge, bang in the middle, and then adjust to taste. Speaking of which, the mics are, again, not in exactly the same position. The Kompakt is a little bit higher. However, I've learned that these are more forgiving than, say, the SM57 from Shure. The SM57 is definitely more focused on a smaller point, whereas these are focused on a bit of a larger point, meaning you're not trying to get it millimeter by millimeter in the right place. There is a difference in sound, and some of that is to do with my mic positioning. However, definitely on the overdrive, they share the same flavor. Let's try high gain. Let's take a break from guitars and test the MD421 Kompakt as a vocal mic. And I can use it to tell you about this video's sponsor, 𝗬𝗏. 𝗬𝗏 have the MD421 Kompakt on their website, as well as the MD421 bigger brother, and a lot of other gear that you see right here on my channel. If you want to pick one of these up, I'll put links in the video description and pin it to the top of the comments section. They are affiliate links, so if you do buy from 𝗬𝗏, you'll also be supporting my channel at no extra cost to you. Thanks to 𝗬𝗏 for sponsoring this video, and we'll go back to the guitar testing. Now that might not be enough sound samples for some people, so now here's the full clean using the MD421, followed by the full clean using the 421 Kompakt, and then the full clean using the Shure SM57 for a bit of a palette cleanser and to show you the difference between these two and this. There are some great chuggy sounds in that, and there's a big old beefy MD421 sound, and I'm so used to the SM57 on a V30 sound that I've become almost deaf to it, blind with the ears. And it's really refreshing to have this other sound, but a very popular sound is taking a 421, I'll take the Kompakt in this situation, and the SM57, and mic them up at the same time. So I'm going to put the 421 slightly on the right, the Kompakt, and the SM57 slightly on the left. So you should be able to hear a nice mix of biting and beefy. At the beginning of the video, I posed the question, does the MD421 Kompakt sound any good? And although the answer to that is opinion-based, and you can have your own answer there, my opinion is that it does sound good. It's full, it's rich, it's a easy mic to mic up a cab, so it sounds good in many different places. I love it in combination with the 57. That is a killer tone, and it's definitely something I'm going to use in the future, whereas I haven't really used the MD421 very often because it's so big. And that's not really much of an excuse. It's just that this does everything I need a mic to do. I don't really need the roll-off that the MD421 has because I can do that in the box. Now, compared to the MD421, I don't think it's the same. And that's not really a surprise because a lot of a mic's sound can come from the actual body. Sort of, I don't know, I'm not a physicist or any kind of scientist. But even though they have the same capsule, there is more to it. Like if you take one of the SM57s and do that right-hand 90-degree mod, it does sound different, in my opinion. These sound different. My sound samples are not perfect. However, they're really super close. One thing that might surprise you is that both of these mics are plastic-bodied. The MD421 has, as far as I know, always been plastic-bodied, and the MD421 Kompakt is the same. The grill is metal. There are metal pieces. This is detachable. There we go. So you can take that off and definitely use that handheld maybe if that's your thing. But this one is not detachable, so that's always on there. And it kind of really, really looks like a tom mic now. Ultimately, if you want the MD421 flavor and your budget doesn't quite reach, or if you need something that's smaller because that's just too darn big, this is a great choice. Tonally, I'd put this somewhere in between an SM57 and a large diaphragm condenser mic. So it's got some of that bite that you want, but a lot of the warmth of a condenser, and there's some ribbon characteristics as well. These are all words rather than evidence. However, I've been playing guitar for a long time and recording guitar for a long time, and that's how most guitar players talk. I don't want to give you specs and stuff. It's just going to, well, it's not the way that I communicate sounds when in the studio. So my final thought is that the MD421 is built well, it's priced well, it's a great alternative to its bigger brother. However, they don't sound exactly the same. If you want to pick up either one of these mics, or indeed both, there are links to 𝗏𝗏 in the video description and pinned to the top of the comments section, where you can tell me what you think of the sounds and whether it's something for you. And just there is a video that YouTube thinks you will enjoy. So why not click it and prove them wrong? All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.